women shouldn't be allowed to vote. How is that helping young men?
Go be a plumber, go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights. But until feminists are willing to do that, I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think that I'm physically built for that. You might be, but I'm absolutely not. But you said you're
Wow.
Leave marriage for the people that actually believe in, for better or for worse, till death do us part.
So the sanctity of marriage also rely on the woman being a virgin, so you wouldn't be able to get married.
What do you mean?
Well, you've spoken quite openly about how you're not a virgin. So if you want to preserve that sanctity of marriage,
I
just think that you're upholding standards that you don't actually live by.
And that's a fair complaint. I wish I was.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I do think men and women cheating is different. I think if a woman cheats, she's trying to leave you. If a man cheats, it's like a handshake.
What? Who is this?
I think feminism is a hate group is because oftentimes the things that they advocate for are at the cost of men. I banned account number 3, but you can't get rid of me, baby! Yeah. You can't get rid of me, baby! Account number 4! Account number 4! To everyone calling me a pick-me, I'd rather be a pick-me than a skip-me. So yeah, if you want to call me a pick-me, bye. I actually think that women like to be cheated on. People think I'm condoning cheating.
No.
People think I'm encouraging cheating. No.
A few moments later.
Women act like this is the most unforgivable thing. I'm sorry, sometimes you contributed to it. And women take no accountability for that. He wants to go to the bar with his buddies because you make that a hellhole. Because you are so unpleasant to be around. And that man forgives you for all of that. But you can't forgive him for stepping out once? Twice? You guys are crazy.
No.
How can we say that as a whole, in the US and the West, we're good wives, when 80% of us are overweight, and that's the #1 thing that men value? My mom was a whale at one point. Why do I need to look at your rolls? And then I have to go on social media, then boom, whale. Boom, another whale.
It might surprise you to learn that she's a professional athlete.
The average man makes more than the average woman, but the average woman is fatter than the average man.
In the US, the average BMI for a man is 26.6 and the average BMI for a woman is 26.5.
Oh, I stand corrected.
You stupid.
To a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl, and what does he get? He doesn't get youth anymore. He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes.
How many people have you slept with?
What?
Hello, bozo.
Who in here has a cookbook?
For what? Why?
The men they always say, shut up and make me a sandwich. That's all they want. They want silence and a sandwich. Okay. Again, your level is what you can get to commit to you. That's your level. It's not who you can sleep with. Ouch. That's your level.
Yep, that's right. An obese man with 2 children on TikTok.
He was homeless when I first met him. So I moved him into my parents' house.
Yeah.
So he was a millionaire. It was just he didn't know what to do with it. I've noticed a lot of therapists are older single women, and I'm kind of if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you?
Interesting.
This is what men want. Can we say the average chick is pure when she slept with 5+ men? Modern woman has lost all the things that men value. Basically useless when it comes to reproduction.
A stupid woman.
On dating apps, women only swipe right 5% of the time. Apparently, if I want results in life, I have to start talking to boys. We want this lifestyle that's not even realistic nowadays. We want men that make more than we do. Yeah, wife me up if you're in the London area. And the reason I decided to go to therapy is because in the next 5 to 7 years, ideally, some things are out of your control, but ideally I'd like to be married. You're single over a certain age, you're probably too picky.
Wait a damn minute.
She thinks what's holding her back is the fact that she's 6 feet tall.
Say if there's one thing that's held me back in dating, it is the height.
But I think it's because of her desperation, and they can sense it.
Where's your value as a woman, would you say, on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give myself a 5.
Along with her low standards.
I'll do the full twirl.
This dress looks like a trash bag. He must think that she's a dumpster because he keeps putting her in trash bags.
The guy has all the things that you look for. How can I be that mad if he cheats when it's like I picked him?
She's basically announcing to the world, hey, I'm Pearl. I'll tolerate cheating. Please marry me.
It says something about your decision making if you become a single mother.
Some people might get married and the husband dies and they become a single mother.
Right, but we're not talking about exceptions, we're talking about the rule. Are the majority of single mothers widows? No.
A lot of boring math later.
This might be your platform, but respect people when they come on your platform.
Okay, goodbye. Go. Get out.
A few moments later.
You've never heard of cases where women don't let the dad see the kid?
Earlier, you said we weren't going to talk about exceptions. You want to talk about the rules. So don't give me the hide and go seek with the kid. How often do you think a mom is hiding the kid from the husband? Give me a percentage.
I don't know. I think in general, men don't want to date single mothers. But I know a lot of single mothers that got remarried. 20% of men are raising a kid that's not theirs. That's why they don't want a promiscuous woman. They're afraid they're going to pass their resources on to the wrong kid that's not theirs.
There are much bigger factors involved. How did they get the statistic? I don't know. It's
DNA test. Things that men value, they're shamed for valuing. If a guy says, I want a young girl, I want her to be in shape, I want no kids. They're saying you're fat phobic, slut shaming, da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm listening.
But girls can go on a public platform and say, I deserve this, and this. And nobody bats an eye. Like, I deserve a guy that treats me right.
That's the bare minimum.
I deserve a guy that makes this amount of money. Wife me up if you're in the London area. I deserve a guy that's this tall. One thing that's held me back in dating is the height. No one will say anything.
Interesting.
So I just think everything in the media is for women, except this channel, like the video.
Like it.
I hate you. I hate me. I hate every.
Women are all sleeping with the same guys.
Right.
So for guys that are in that percentage, it's like they just have an abundance of girls throwing themselves at them. And then the women will come back later and say men are trash.
Oh, okay.
I talked to this pickup artist, so good with women, like literally slept with like 3 girls in 3 days, like whatever.
Oh my God! Wow!
And he told me they always seem to get married after I sleep with them. And he's like, I still get mad. I'm like, do you want them? He's like, no. Because men release a hormone that makes them like territorial.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So men can love multiple women on the same time because that's natural to them. Women can only love one man, and it has to be the best that she can do. You're single over a certain age, you're probably too picky. She can literally take half and take the kids. Like, how is he supposed to protect the children when legally she's paid to take them away from him? One of the number one reasons for divorce is financial, and also when women out-earn men. You know, I know that one girl that makes more money than her husband, or whatever the exception is to the rule. We see it more often than the manosphere really gives credit to. You want the house tour? I'm really tired of being broke, Dad. I can't mooch off of you forever.
Pearl reminds me of Pearl from SpongeBob, asking her dad, Mr. Krabs, for money.
My dad was a top 0.5% earner. He worked 70 to 80 hours a week for 30 years. I don't want to do that.
Little girl's finally a star.
Give me a K-R-U!
I'm sure that Pearl understands the real-world struggles of the average person from her 10-bedroom mansion.
I'm sorry I'm not a brokey.
Bye. Get out.
Stop.
Sorry.
What industries do women out-earn men in that don't have to do with health and beauty?
I think women generally want to work in the industries that are high paying, high hours, high stress, and high tension.
I'm literally training to be a doctor.
Right, but you're not a doctor yet. There's a difference between training to be a doctor and being a doctor.
Does that make sense to you?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna just say this right now. If I call the police and they send me a woman, I am pissed. I don't want a woman to protect me. I want a man to protect me.
You are such a goofy bitch.
We could not function without men.
Yeah, it's true.
Men allow us to have the jobs that we have.
And you lost me.
If men didn't do the jobs that they do, we couldn't even work at all.
Men build the world but can barely run it. Have you seen most of the countries are run by men?
The poor should be allowed to breathe. Say I. And those who again say nay. The eyes have it, the poor must be allowed to breathe.
One of the best run countries and it's run by a female.
Did you know that women are more likely to wage war than men?
Why are
women starting to out-earn men. Ladies, you're not as important as you think.
My God, are you still talking?
Who offers more value to society? Kylie Jenner, Bill Gates.
Yeah, so what's your point?
Be honest, if women left work and went back into the home, you would need less health care because you'd actually have the mother caring about what the kids eat.
Love for the feminists, please apply for the oil rigs. Please go do the hard jobs in society. They're open, they're hiring.
Why is she still talking?
This woman is 51 and twice divorced. Like, I don't even wear swimsuits like that. Literally, this woman is at the end of her life.
How do you push a policy that promotes family? Like, in what way?
I think we should ban divorce.
You are not allowed by the government to leave your significant other in any situation.
Yeah, I just think that if you want to leave, you just shouldn't get married.
What if the relationship is physically?
Yeah, see, this is the problem, though. They say that the majority of it is mutual. Thomas Sowell is an author who talks about the history of slavery.
So do you agree with that premise that slavery was embellished?
I think that there are parts that are under-embellished and there are parts that are over-embellished. That's what we're talking about.
That's so interesting. I've got to know what was over-embellished about slavery. Are you retracting that?
I'd really just rather not.
Okay. I genuinely want to know how it was embellished. Come on.
Come on, cancel yourself.
Rather not get into this.
Sounds like a blue pilled attitude to me.
Kind of hoping this was like a good faith interview.
Literally showing you clips of you saying stuff.
Yeah, I just think you're kind of trying to push an agenda.
Oh, really?
Can't even talk about that on a podcast without being canceled by the internet.
Just disavow it then. Just say, I don't think slavery was embellished.
No?
You're in the dating field, right? You're looking for a partner, right?
What do you mean?
You're looking for a significant.
Maybe not.
Girl, please.
Your value by your own metrics is going to be not super high. Even just the age thing, it's like you are working, you're in the foreground, you don't know how to cook.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you start in a certain place in life, but all you can do is improve and get better.
Interesting.
You'd be called the female Andrew Tate. How do you plead?
Take it as a compliment. I'm a fan of Andrew Tate.
Okay. Why would you want to remove just from yourself the right to vote?
Responsibility. Men are 80 to 90% of the military. They run all of the infrastructures that make society run.
I'm in the military and I'm doing the more dangerous job. Why should you, a male who's a civilian, not do a dangerous job, get to vote the same as me?
You've used my logic against me.
The stats that you're putting down are perhaps correct in some universe. Don't really add up. Back to the women's writings that you've allegedly read.
Allegedly? What do you mean allegedly?
Shut the up. What I don't understand is, a part of your message, I've researched you today, and hang on a minute.
Okay. Stop interrupting.
Your big push is that you care about men and you don't think that men are getting enough of a say.
Well, I care about
hang
women
on,
too.
I haven't made the point yet.
Could you please just stop interrupting?
Start making calls out like repeal the 19th, women shouldn't be allowed to vote. How is that helping young men? They have mothers, they have sisters, they have teachers, and they turn around, they don't know how to act around women. No, right? Because you're giving them license to be misogynistic.
I wouldn't call it misogynistic. I say be equal. And men do all of that. Well, then, okay, I'd love for the feminists, please apply for the oil rigs.
Huh?
Please go do the hard jobs in society. They're open, they're hiring.
You want divorce to be made illegal?
Yes.
Why?
I don't think what we have today is really
Marriage?
You ever been married?
Nope.
What is marriage? It's for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. That's what marriage is supposed to be.
You ever been married before?
Nope.
Feminists have ruined marriage for the people that actually believe in marriage.
How?
When there's a 50% divorce rate.
Why is that all down to the women?
Can I finish?
The audacity.
I know.
I mean,
Allegedly.
I've researched you today, and hang on a minute.
I care about
hang
women
on,
too.
I haven't made the point yet.
Really? Really?
Can I finish? The audacity.
Listen, go be a plumber, go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights. But until feminists are willing to do that, I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think that I'm physically built for that. You might be, but I'm absolutely not. But you said you were.
Wow.
Leave marriage for the people that actually believe in, for better or for worse, till death do us part.
So the sanctity of marriage also rely on the woman being a virgin, so you wouldn't be able to get married.
What do you mean?
Well, you've spoken quite openly about how you're not a virgin. And so if you want to preserve that sanctity of marriage, then
I
just think that you're upholding standards that you don't actually live by.
And that's a fair complaint. I wish I was.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But, we can't go back. I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh, really? Just don't think it's fair that you get to be here and you get to be paid for your views, and you're telling other women they shouldn't be allowed to.
There is a building being built next to my building. Go do it, feminist.
What about you? Also believe in your right to speak your mind about it. What I don't understand.
I'd like to
what
say,
I don't
even
understand.
before the 1920s,
Do you know what I mean?
women could speak openly.
Wake up and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song. Couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know why did you find it funny?
Huh?
Well, how the turntables.
You deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?
Point was more about cancel culture.
Right. Yes.
Nick Fuentes, a white supremacist, a Holocaust denier.
Wait a minute.
Is that letter? Said I would drop a diss track on the Jews.
I'm a fan of conspiracy theory. People think I'm part of the CIA. There's a whole conspiracy thing online.
Yeah, that's not really a thing.
I don't think we should ban people off of social media. I think it should be illegal unless they're inciting violence.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can see what her opinions are. Women shouldn't vote, the right to divorce. She thinks women shouldn't be able to work.
No, I didn't say
crazy.
that.
But there's
Now you're
no
putting words in my
rational.
mouth.
Please don't interrupt. There's no rational argument with someone like this, and you're going to
Then why
get
are
somewhere.
you
You're not
here?
going to get anywhere.
If you really believe what you did wasn't wrong, you wouldn't have deleted it. Clearly, you're not stupid.
Oh, wow. Okay.